A Human History of Emotion. How the Way We Feel Built the World We Know. Written and read by Richard Firth-Godbehere. Be sure to look for your bonus PDF of supplemental photos and figures. This book is dedicated to my two late dads, Raymond Godbehere and Roger Hart. I think you both have gotten a kick out of this. Introduction. How do you feel? My cat spends a lot of her time being angry. Her usual way of displaying this rage is by tapping and chasing her tail while shrieking, snarling and hissing. An outside observer might think she simply hates her tail, but I assure you it's a display of bad temper, and it's aimed at me. She does it when I feed her half an hour too late, or sit in her spot on the sofa, or commit the heinous crime of letting it rain. Of course, Zazie is far from the only pet to express fury at the disobedience of her owner. Anyone with a cat, dog, rabbit, snake, or whatever knows that pets feel emotions and express them every chance they get. They can be angry, demanding and loving, often at the same time. Emotions seem to flow through our animal companions just as freely as they do through us. But here's the twist. Pets don't feel emotions. And before you find yourselves defending a hill marked, "My cat loves me," it's not just pets. Humans don't feel emotions either. Emotions are just a bunch of feelings that English-speaking Westerners put in a box around 200 years ago. Emotions are a modern idea, a cultural construction. The notion that feelings are something that happens in the brain was invented in the early 19th century. According to linguist Anna Wierzbicka, there's only one word about feelings that's directly translatable from one language to another: feel. But what you can feel goes far beyond what's usually thought of as emotion. There's physical pain, hunger, warmth or cold, and the sensation of touching something. In the English language alone, various terms have been used at various points in history to describe certain types of feelings. We've had temperaments, the way people's feelings make them behave. Passions, feelings felt first in the body that affect the soul. And sentiments, the feelings you get when you see something beautiful or someone acting immorally. We've left most of these historical ideas behind, replacing them with a single catch-all term that describes a certain type of feeling processed in the brain: emotion. The problem is that it's difficult to pin down the types of feelings that do and don't constitute emotions. There are almost as many definitions of emotions as there are people studying them. Some include hunger and physical pain, others don't. The concept of emotions isn't true, and the notion of passions isn't false. Emotion is just a newer box. A box with poorly defined edges, I might add. The question then is, if emotion is really just some vague modern construct, where do you begin when writing a book about it? What is emotion? The biggest problem with trying to answer the question, what is emotion, is that it's a bit like trying to answer the question, what is blue? You might be able to point to some scientific data about light refraction and wavelengths, but the fact is that blue means many things to many people. Some cultures, such as the Himba tribe of Namibia, don't recognise blue as a colour at all. They think of it as a type of green, one of many greens that allow them to differentiate among the subtle hues of the leaves in the jungles and grasslands they live in. Knowing a safe blue-green leaf from a poisonous yellow-green leaf can mean the difference between life and death. If we devised a test for colours and asked members of the Himba tribe to sort objects that look like the colour of grass into one pile, and objects that look like the colour of the sky into another, you'd get one pile with lots of greens and another with lots of blues. That might, understandably, make you think that the concepts of green and blue are universal. But
sample complete. Ready to continue?